Alright, to calibrate our probe mics for speech mapping, I first inserted the probe tubes here and then went ahead and slid them here so they're right in front of our mics. And then to calibrate, I'm going to right click, go to on-ear calibration, and then hold each side up 6 to 36 inches away from the speaker. Perfect, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip to the other side. Wonderful, we're ready to speech map. Do real ear coupler difference. I'm going to head over here to measure my coupler first. Make sure that your method is correct there. And then in the test box, I have my 0.4 cc coupler with the adapter, and then this nice and secured there. I'm going to go ahead and shut my box and then click measure. All right, I got my patient all situated here with my foam insert in and the probe tube that I placed using the probe guide on the verifit and otoscopy. My reference mic here is pointed out, so I can go ahead and start my test. Just gonna click measure real ear. Perfect, that is all measured. Now I'm gonna repeat that step with my other ear. All right, and then here is our results with the coupler on the green line and then my patient's ear in the purple. This blue line down here is the difference, and then the dotted line is our average. Alright, I have my patient here all set up for speech mapping. I inserted the probe tube using the detection tool on the verifit as well as otoscopy to make sure that it's 2 to 5 millimeters away from the eardrum. I also put the hearing aid in and connected it to my Signia software. And on the verifit, we already measured real ear, so I can go ahead and click the check mark. And then I also want to double check that everything is correctly selected here. We have our receiver in the ear, our measured RECD, and then we're only doing one ear, so it's not binaural. And then I'm going to go ahead and click play for average.
A carrot is a long reddish-yellow vegetable which has several
And
thin
equalizer. And then I'm going to make sure that my hearing aids are muted, and then I can equalize. Perfect. And now I'm going to go to the software, unmute my hearing aids, and run the test.
A carrot is a long reddish-yellow vegetable which has several thin leaves on a long stem, and which belongs to the parsley family. Carrots are grown all over the world in gardens and in the wild in the fields.
All right, so we're clearly not meeting targets here. So I'm going to go in the software and adjust from 1K to about 3K and turn those up about 2 notches, maybe one more. And then from 4K to 8K, I'm also going to turn those up. And because we're doing average first, I can do all input levels. All right, now that we adjusted everything we need to, I'm going to go back to the verifit, rerun the average input and see if they meet targets. If they do not, I can readjust and then run all my other input levels as well as MPO.